what if I don't even know where to start with some of the work? Kids are overwhelmed with doing the work at home. I'm overwhelmed with it. I know we've talked about some of this a little bit, but I know you have some real specific hints on some of these things.
Sure. So you're thinking like, okay, so we'll just kind of go through some really quick practical tips. So go for the easy win first. I have a couple kids who hate math. So we don't start with math in their day. We start with the things that they like so they can get that easy win. Okay, I completed my reading assignment. I completed this science experiment. I got to cut and glue, or I got to go look something up online and watch a video. And then we sandwich those harder things in between. And then think about rewards. Now you probably had a reward system before, some kind of system, but like if they want to be on their phone, or they want to FaceTime a friend, or they want to go outside, depending on their age, just be like, okay, well, you can do that after you get this done. This is the one thing. I know it's hard for you. It's hard for me. Let's just get it done, and then you can have your free time. Another second tip is we use timers, and I use them for myself even too. Focus is hard, especially when we've been in such chaotic mode. So you can use your oven, your microwave, your phone. You could go buy a kitchen timer if you have a kitchen timer, but even just start by setting them for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and have them focus for that amount of time. Like just, okay, here's the timer. I'm setting the timer for 10 minutes. I just want you to focus on your math, or I will sit with you for 10 minutes and we'll just get as far as we can. Or if you've got multiple kids, set a timer on the microwave for one to read, and set a timer on the oven for you to sit down and do their work, their lesson. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Younger kids first. Someone else told me to do this too, but my little ones that are like second grade and kindergarten, if I spend time with them first, even if it's just 30 minutes, the rest of the morning, actually the whole day goes better, because they've had little attention in their little love tank. And if I don't spend it with them, all the other bigger kids with all their other bigger problems and schoolwork just take over the day. And then behavior, kind of tanks for the little ones. So go do your younger kids first. And then I would encourage you just to do more life together. Like, I guess, just try to use every opportunity, is kind of an educational opportunity, especially if you have younger ones. Like if you're measuring things, if you're baking, or if you're, cutting a pizza's fractions, and, just kind of with this slowing down, try not to fight it so much, and just, work on doing life together. And then the last thing that is kind of practical, is about cleaning and tidying up, because I'm sure you've noticed your house is getting messier because you're living in it more. And so my friend Jessica posted something about, you have two choices, and this is the truth. You either lower your expectations, or you clean a different way. And so, or you do both, maybe it's not an either or, it's both and. But most of us who homeschool, our kids are part of the cleanup. Like when they're at school, like when my older kids were at school, I did more of those chores for them because they weren't home, and they weren't part of making the mess as much, and they just plain didn't have the time. But when we're all home, we have a midday pickup, like a 10-minute, everybody's got to pick up the common spaces, the kitchen, dining room, and the living room. Everything that was brought out has to get put away. I don't care if you're going to still build your Legos, they have to just get, put away. Because no one ever comes back and builds their Legos, even when they say they're going to, right? And then each one of our kids, has a morning chore and a day chore, and they don't really get their screen time or, the Wi-Fi password until they get those done. So, if you had a child who was used to doing the dishwasher when they got home, or, helping with the supper dishes, that they know how to do those things. Maybe now in this new format, you have them do it, at lunchtime, because now the dishwashers run twice because you're eating all your meals at home, or, the dishes just have to be washed 3 times a day because you're having 3 meals a day at home. So don't be afraid to do that, because that's part of the rhythm of life, and now that they're part of your rhythm of life, you want to, that should be shared. That's okay to share among everybody. That's part of having that family culture.